Hello guys, gonna be breaking down the PrizePicks MLB slate for Wednesday, May 25th. Wanting this video out as quick as possible because on the screen there it says PrizePicks, their app is gonna be going down and the website too soon. So let's try to go through this video quickly. First inning runs allowed. There is one that I do like, and that is Miami and Tampa Bay. Right here, taking the under on this. So the Marlins look like they're gonna be opening with Cody Poteet, and then it's Drew Rasmussen on the other end. And this game is in Tampa, so it should be pretty well. It is a pitcher-friendly ballpark. Roof always going to be closing the Trop. 3.4, 4.3 run totals, pretty low. And usually when you do start kind of an opener guy, or if he decides to go 2-3 innings, whatever, it is usually tougher to score on an opener. Rasmussen's been pretty good, and the Marlins, they're playing away. They do have a lot of righties, so this could be, I would say, a pretty low-scoring game, so that's why I'm going to be taking the under. And going to strikeouts, there's actually, I'm just going to take the guy that is pitching in that game. Rasmussen under 5.5. He doesn't need to hit 6 strikeouts for him to have a good game, and also that first inning prop, it's just the first inning, so there's really not that much correlation as you would think between these two props. So if you want to take, you put these two together in an entry, that's totally fine. There's no problem with that. I don't think there's any negative correlation. And I just think Rasmussen, he is, I would say, probably too high. Probably should be like 4.5. Looking at this Marlins team against righties for strikeouts, they don't strike out like that much. They're 18th, 21.7. So, I don't know. I just feel like it's priced, or not priced, but it's just set too high. And you look at Rasmussen, he did have 8 strikeouts, or I believe 7. Actually 7, and then there's a 9 game. 7 against the Tigers, which a very good strikeout matchup, right? Tigers, they are 8th in K rate. So, I just think you look at the other games, how he's done. He has a lot of games under 5.5. So that's why I'm going to take the under on here. Marlins really don't strike out as much as you would think. So that's why I like this one. And then pitching outs, there is one as well. Christian Javier, 17.5 pitching outs. Taking the under on this one as well against the Cleveland Guardians. So Christian Javier, he started out the year in the bullpen as more of like a middle reliever. Now he's getting some starts, and he has really good stuff, really good movement, but he doesn't have the typical 100 pitch leash that starters will get. Like, you look at how long he's been pitching, 17.5 means that he needs to go 6 innings to hit the over on this, and he's hit 6 innings once. Now maybe they're trying to stretch him out, and now that he did, they'll let him go 6 again, but usually we see pitch counts in the mid 80s for him. And this matchup is going to be tougher than the Rangers. The Guardians, they are pretty tough when it comes to hitting against righties. WRC plus Guardians, they rank 5th in the league. Very solid K rate, only at 18.9. So they're just going to make the pitcher work. That is the lowest K rate, tied with the Mets in the league. And they're going to be fouling balls off. So it's probably going to be a pretty high pitch per plate appearance at bat for a lot of these Guardian hitters. So that's going to be able to just drive up Javier's pitch count. So I like the under on this quite a bit. And then Rich Hill, I have no idea if they've adjusted any of these props yet, but 24.5 for Rich Hill. Taking the under on this one. If you remember a few weeks ago, there was a Rich Hill prop of pitching outs that it was just easy money. This one, I almost feel the same way about it. For him to hit the over on this, he needs to pitch a good amount of innings. Like, if you say he can pitch, I don't think he can pitch 5. But if he does, pitch 5, let's say he gets through 5, that's 15 points for straight up pitching outs. And then, he has to go give up 0 runs, strike out, 3-4 guys to hit the over on this. 4 is doable, but is he really gonna just pitch 5 shutout innings? That's a little bit tough to project out. And a lefty against the White Sox, you look at the numbers for Chicago this year, WRC plus Chicago, they are the second best when it comes to against left-handed pitching. They are going to be without Luis Robert today. He was recently put on the IL, so that's a bummer. But still, like the White Sox, they've been dealing with injuries, guys in and out of the lineup. So I feel like they still have the bats capable of just making it tough for Rich Hill. And when you have Tanner Houck, who is the younger guy, the guy that has some pretty solid stuff, you're gonna want to put Houck in because this White Sox team is probably just gonna stack all the righties. And another thing that I have to mention is the weather. So there are some rain games today, but for this one, I'm still gonna give you guys a play. I know I used to say like I'm just gonna skip the rain games, but of course I'll still update you guys on the plays if these games will end up playing the full 9. But we're taking an under on this, so we don't need to worry about whether this game goes the full 9 innings. It would actually be better if it doesn't, because if there's a rain delay or something, then Rich Hill's just going to be out of the game. So that's why Rich Hill is a good play. You just look at that projection. It is too high. There's some other pitchers that aren't really like technically an opener starter kind of guy, and Hill has a higher projection than those guys. On to hitters. So the first one's going to be Connor Joe. If you want to take CJ Cron, that's fine as well, but Joe's just the worst hitter. Rockies, they're going to be on the road again against Pittsburgh. Zach Thompson pitching. And this is just the part. Pittsburgh, they suppress right-handed power. Connor Joe, not someone that really has that kind of power. He could walk, so that's why I think I prefer this one over the 1.5 hits and walks under. But yeah, 7.5, he's usually getting singles. He doesn't really have a ton of home run power. And this is not Coors, so it's just going to be very tough for the Rockies to play. They always struggle to score when they're on the road. And then one of my favorite props today, Darren Ruff, 5.5. Taking the over on this one against the Mets starter, who it should be Thomas. I have no idea how to pronounce his name. Sapuki? No idea. But this guy, he made his debut last season, and it was not good. Although it did say that he was pitching hurt, but I kind of find that weird because how did they just still let him pitch then? But regardless, this guy probably isn't going to be that great. And the Giants, they recently lost Brandon Belt to injury. And so I don't think Darren Ruff is going to be pinch hit. He's been playing pretty much like a full-time guy this season, but that was because of injuries. But now they have another injury in Brandon Belt. First base, Ruff, he'll play first. So they'll move guys around. They're always going to be pinch hitting dudes. That's just how the Giants play. But I like it. I like this prop a lot. I think it's just too low. Like the matchup, it's like he's priced to face like, I don't know, Robbie Ray or some other lefty that's just better. And this guy, I don't think this Thomas dude is going to be that great. So I like Ruff, probably going to be batting high in the order. So that's just really good. Really love this prop. And then talking about Connor Joe. So hits and walks, that's going to be Connor Joe for the under. And I'm keeping an eye on Aaron Hicks as well for hits and walks because DJ LeMahieu was scratched. If LeMahieu starts, then Hicks is not going to bat leadoff. But usually when LeMahieu's not playing, they're going to put Hicks in leadoff spot. So if Hicks is not in the leadoff spot because LeMahieu's in, or even if LeMahieu's still out of the lineup, but Hicks is just batting towards the bottom, I have some interest in this under. They're taking on, I think it's Tyler Wells. Wells does not have a high walk rate. And even though, Tyler Wells, even though Hicks, he has a pretty high walk percentage, but because the pitcher doesn't really walk a ton of guys, I just still prefer the under on this one because you're looking probably, for him to get 2 hits to hit the over on this. So I have some interest in this one, but you got to make sure that we see the lineup before you do place this one. So I would say if these pitching props, by the time that you watch this video, they're still up, get these in. All those guys, Rasmussen, Javier, and Rich Hill especially. Total bases, they're only 4 still. Runs and RBIs, there are actually no plays that I like, which is insane because I always love this category, but I just think it's priced, like everyone's just like not that appealing. A lot of low run totals, guys that are facing off against good pitchers, and I would say keep an eye on the Braves this game, weather concerns, but also if they decide to bat Albies and Riley higher in the order, then I'll have some interest in update you guys. But that's it for the video. Rich Hill under is my favorite, and then Darren Ruff I would say would be next, and Javier Rasmussen. So that's gonna be the four. Thank you guys for watching, and good luck on the slate. And I will see you in the next video. Bye.